What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out something interesting, actually. This is one of those games that kind of reached out and bit me. The developer reached out this morning and let me know that there was a demo for this title called Archons, and that it was sort of a Vampire Survivors style horde roguelite that I would probably want to check out. Now, normally when I get emails like that, I'm like, whatever, because I get sent like 50 Vampire Survivors games a week. They're all roughly the same as every other Vampire Survivors game that comes out. But I took a look at the game because it had some cool looking art and the screenshots looked pretty rad, and more than that, the description of the game made it to be more than what a lot of other Vampire Survivors games are. And so in the case of Archons, we're going to be taking a look at the game for about 30 minutes today, seeing if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list, or if it's one of those games you would rather not play. Doesn't seem like it's for you, that's also perfectly fine. You can take a look down below for a link to the demo. Anybody can go play this right now. I found it to be really high quality and really polished. And so I think the game is pretty cool. You can also find links to my Discord and my Twitch stream just in case you wanted to hang out live. But Archons, what is it? Why should you care in the midst of the never-ending deluge of titles that are out there inside this genre that are just trying to recapture a little smoldering cinder of that fame that Vampire Survivors had? Well, in Archons, you are two separate angels simultaneously fighting against never-ending hordes of demonic bugs. There are like elder gods and things that'll spawn and random events that happen in the middle of a round as well. But the entire shtick of this game, and I think this is very important because a lot of Vampire Survivors knockoffs are really lacking the shtick, like they don't have it. They kind of go for Vampire Survivors first and then like 10% of their shtick after that. In this game, the shtick is that you control both characters at the same time, and all of your abilities interact between those two characters, which very much has kind of a left brain, right brain thing going for the title that I think makes it work and stand out in a very, very crowded field. And so what you're seeing right now is that I've got my two angels. Those are the only two angels that exist. However, there are different starter weapons that you can start out with. So for example, I definitely do not want rifle. Every time I play rifle, I wind up dead because I can't get it to aim right. And so I'll probably go for a reroll right here to see what I can get out. We've got double Thunderbolt. Double Thunderbolt sounds all right. We'll go ahead and take that. So I'm playing with an Xbox controller right now. This is one of those games that you can play it on PC, but I kind of found the PC controls to be difficult to wrap my head around, especially since everything is tool-tipped for console right now. And so I'm playing on an Xbox controller, but my right stick controls the character that you see on the right. My left character controls the character that you see on the left. The camera work is all very effectively done in this game. This is the kind of game where the camera work could really, really annihilate the game's efficacy and polish. Yet in the case of this title, it does not. It's actually really satisfying to play around with. And then you can also get triggerable abilities on your left trigger and your right trigger that when you press those corresponding triggers will go off on the character on the left or the right. You can also swap sides with them if you want, but it tries to keep one to the left and one to the right by rotating the camera. And so that's actually a really smart decision to keep players from getting tripped over their own dog leash. Right now, I'm playing around with the hammer ability. The hammer makes it so that two hammers spawn in between the two characters and drop on the ground, lighting off an AoE. Which deals damage to enemies. All of these abilities do have modifiers and things you can get on them. You can make the AoEs larger. You can take it and you can make it so that it crits more effectively. You can make it so that it fires faster, so on and so forth. I don't really want either of these, but I guess I'll have Thunderbolt make guys fragile so that they take double damage. Might make my life a little bit smoother, I guess. But I've got lots of lightning flying around. The other part of it that makes it interesting is that the game wants you to pick up all those pickups. So you know how like when you play a Vampire Survivors game and you kill off an enemy, they always drop some kind of like little bubble or pip or something on the ground? Well, in this game, they also do that, but they despawn reasonably quickly, which adds to the left brain, right brain equation because you're trying to maneuver some of your characters into getting attacks off on the enemy. You're trying to maneuver some of them into grabbing like your various orbs and things that are laying around before they despawn. And so there's a lot of interesting stuff happening here that keeps your brain constantly stimulated. This is one of those titles that I think is going to fly over well with ADHD people because it's working out really well for me right now because it just keeps you fully stimulated all the way through. You're also going to see other pickups being picked up down below. So, for example, every now and again, you might see a blue thing on the ground. The blue thing on the ground, I'm going to have to, like, loop this guy in right here. Oh, no, my bottom guy might get got. Okay, left side guy was in a little bit of trouble right there. I'm getting a little risky on that side. I don't know if I want the electric fence. I guess I'll take it because it's something, but it's going to connect an electric fence between my two guys every now and again, and if the enemy wanders through it, they take like 10 damage per second. There's a lot of power-ups laying around. I got to grab all these. I'm focusing too much on my right stick right now, though. It's funny, when you play this game, it's all about practice, too, because when I first started playing it, I was like, I dislike this. I can't play with both of my thumbs at the same time for two separate means of control. And on the PC, it's even worse because you're doing like WASD and I think JA, like you're doing like JIKL, I think. And so like once I hooked up a controller though and I started doing it with an analog stick, the game's pretty enjoyable. I think, so what is that right there? Electric fence puts it on him. Let's put slow on the electric fence, just to give us a little bit more breathing room. The blue things that you're seeing me pick up down there, the blue things are a metagame currency that we use to upgrade our characters in between runs and upgrade our abilities and buy new things. Alright, we're looking pretty good. I've never made it to the boss with this much HP before. So let's see how the boss goes. Malgul Tragesh. Yep, that's definitely a collection of words. I think electric fence is really going to help out here, but all of the AoEs are very clearly delineated, so you shouldn't have to worry about getting steamrolled by any of them. Your AoEs are always yellow, the enemy's AoEs are always blue, and so, oh, ate a hit right there. I didn't see the one around his feet. Unfortunate. Okay, so when he gets mobile, he's a little bit of a risk. Get that electric fence down right there. We've got him at half health. I'm just going to hang out for a second. And if we can drop more electric fence on him, that would be beautiful. What is that doing? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, God. Okay. Yep, never seen this ability before because I've never survived this long. Yeah, it's problematic. Oh, I'm a little bit stressed out right now. I don't know how I feel about any of this. Get a little more damage off from the electric fences. Keep dropping bombs on him. So we've got like a rotary thing going on right here. Okay. Oh, he got me with an AoE right there. I wasn't paying attention. We got 1 HP left. Let's keep rotating. Oh, dude. This is a mess right now. I looked at his health bar for a second, too, and I shouldn't have done that. It made me lose track of what was going on the field of play. Okay. Just watch out for the AoEs now. That's what got us last time. We got spiced up a little bit by the AoE. Ooh, we got him dropped. That's what I'm talking about. This is not the end. Your time will come. Archons. You drop anything else? What's that thing on the ground right there? We get a synopsis at the end of every run because I guess that was the end of the demo right there, but we can play around with different abilities and stuff and kind of see what they got for the lay of the land for us. It said I can also go in on hard mode, but I don't know how to do that. This is our little camp. This is where we unlock stuff to give us a better chance at succeeding at the game, so we can unlock new abilities. We can unlock new starting weapons. I don't know if that one right there is going to let me do it. I have 1 soul available right now. I don't know if I have to like max out the previous soul before to let me grab that one right there, but let's get a new ability right there. So we've got, oh cool, we got a new tier of ability. Nice. So we've got the Halo. A powerful circle will form around the heroes. Okay. We've got the Impaler. It shoots out impalers around the hero. I like that too. Now I'm conflicted because like I want to play with my hammers again to see what the impalers do, but I also want to try out the Holy Halo and see if that helps out at all. You've also got this menu over here where you can spend the blue shards I was talking about to get things like more HP or increase your immunity time after buying abilities, pick up range, all that kind of stuff. Upgrade amount. Oh, I can get 3 upgrades this time around? That would actually be really, really helpful. I think I'll take an extra re-roll charge because I so rarely get something I really want. A 10% chance for a crystal crab to spawn during the run. If killed before it flees, it drops a large amount of crystals. Each level spawns an orb that drops health regeneration when destroyed. I haven't had any healing methods so far, so that might actually be helpful for when things are not going quite so well. This thing over here, I haven't played around with it yet. It's like a loot box thing. Like sometimes little boxes drop like while you're playing through the game, and so it looks like I get 25% damage to non-boss enemies. And then I get faster move speed. Okay, I'll take that. and I'm guessing these slots fill in, and then you, like, re-roll them, and you sacrifice them in order to get them swapped on out. Okay, I like that idea. That's a good idea that kind of plays into that Path of Exile style Gambleaholics type deal that you can do. I don't know what the red crystals are over there. This stuff is locked, and so it said anything that has like a lock on it is not available during the course of the demo. But let's like run this thing back and see if we can get another boss kill under our belt, because that last one was really enjoyable. But I want to try out a new weapon here. Let's go with the Holy Halo. It does 15 damage. How big is the halo? So if I break that, oh, the halo, it expands and contracts depending on where my characters are at. Gotcha. Okay, so we gotta like keep them inside the ring. Oh, that's okay, that's not in my head when I was thinking about what this might possibly be as far as an ability is concerned. I did not think about it as though there would be an expanding, contracting circle. So we kind of want to use this as a dragnet. Oops, sorry, I'm getting caught up trying to learn the new weapon. We sort of want to use it as a dragnet to grab enemies over there. We can make the halo bigger, or we can make it crit more frequently. We can also get enemies hit by any ability are tagged with boom, triggering a burst of damage after a short delay. The damage increases based on the number of enemies currently tagged. I'm going to re-roll these. We've got Agile. What does that do? Gain Agile stacks from all ability hits. Each stack will increase your movement speed. Stacks are lost when taking damage. I'll probably go with Impaler because that's the new thing that we just got, and I'm curious to see what it does. We've got the regeneration thing over there, so we kind of want to use this as like a tripwire. We actually don't want to move out that much, and we kind of want to move in cohesion while using this. And it looks like the Impalers are like okay, so they're not very big. We probably want the Impalers to be a little bit larger. I was sort of thinking they were a projectile. Let's go with crit chance. Oh, that's all abilities chance to crit? Yeah, 4% crit's good. Let's take that. We're going to need it anyways. We're not dealing a ton of damage with this ability. Okay. Keep it going. Not super impressed by Impaler and its utility just yet. But then again, it's probable that it just doesn't stack with this starting ability. Since this starting ability doesn't require us to be in baseline contact with the enemy, definitely increase the damage on the Halo. Like, 15 damage is not very much. 18 is also not very much damage. Does the Impaler hurt? It does do decent damage. I think most of my damage with the Impaler is going to be a little bit accidental as we're going through. All right, let's go ahead and keep ourselves nice and situated. This like reminds me of fooling around on thumbnails in Photoshop. Something about using rubber band boxes excessively. Yeah, maybe move out this way. And then we'll set up like a tripwire over here. And then we'll just walk it backwards along with their speed. This is actually pretty good for like fish netting enemies. I'm going to take Spark because it's a projectile that fires at the enemy without me having to do anything. And when it upgrades, it's actually pretty good. Like, I think it's been my top DPS ability for all my time played. Get him. Keep firing sparks at him. I'm going to go up right here, I think. We're going to be a little bit separated for a second. Run up the middle, my man. Run up the middle. There you go. All right, so we got that. I'm going to keep trying to dragnet him as much as possible, but all abilities get 10% damage. Spark gets 30% more damage. Spark can also make it so the enemy is fragile. Okay, yeah, that'll be good because Sparks turns into a machine gun the more you upgrade it. It's like bum, 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 bum. And so if we can get those upgrades, this will actually turn into something pretty cool. I want my currency down here. Okay, I got to get, like, reconfigured over here. We've got the fence, we've got bleed, and we've got thunderbolt. Reroll it. Okay, we'll take 20% more damage on Halo. I was hoping we get the upgrades for Spark, because Spark's upgrade is pretty good. But I probably should have just taken Lightning Blast, now that I'm looking at it. Get him right there. Okay. Nice little bit of fragile right there. I think we're going to need a little bit more stuff if we're going to make this build work. It feels like we're slowing down a little bit now that the enemies are getting sturdier because the halo doesn't do incredible damage. It's kind of like our version of garlic. Oh, I got smacked. Okay. Oh, I'm about to get smacked again. Okay. Oh, God. Everything is terrible. Okay, set up the tripwire right here. Get as many as you can. I need to break that orb open too. Halo size. Does that increase the width though? It looks like it does. So it made our halo a little tiny bit girthier. I bet that's how angels judge each other, is by the girth of their halos. They'd be like, yeah, well, you know, Gabriel, you're not looking very girthy today, my dude. How tremendously ungirthy of you. I'm going to take 1 extra health in the assumption that it's going to give me a little bit of health. But I need to get this thing open right here. Oh no, there's new enemies. I've never seen these before. Okay. Alright. They also don't drop any XP or anything. I need the regenerator to open, dude. I need it. Gimme. Come on, give me the regenerator. If I don't get this regenerator, we're about to have a real bad time, my dude. Come on. Regenerator, don't steer me wrong. Oh, almost got blown up right there. Okay, got that. Grab all that right there. We can get whirlwinds. We can get thunderbolts. You know what? Give me thunderbolts, man. Anything that's just flying around. Oh, no, dude. I ate another one. No, dude. I'm not trying to go down like this. I need all that XP, though. It's metagame currency if I lose. Alright, grab that, grab that. Dude, I'm just barely hanging in there right now. It's a little bit ugly. Alright, so I don't want to kill the big bug if I can help it. I was trying to get him with the impale. Oh, no, dude, I got vaporized. Okay. We're going to run it back. It's going to be all right. The halo's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. There's also a buzzsaw that bounces in between your two guys. I got a level up right there, though, so that should allow me to do something extra here. All right, so I can buy something. Orbiters, globes that circle the hero's damage-dealing aura surrounding each character. Damages and locks down a random enemy and prevents it from moving and attacking. Fires a projectile dealing damage in a large area. Hold button to aim. Yeah, so the aim abilities, they're on your left and your right trigger, but I don't really take them because I've had a lot of problems aiming them. It's kind of hard to... So it fires the second you hold down the trigger, which means that since it fires on the front end, your first shot is almost always a miss, and then you got to hold it down, which gives you an aiming reticle, and then your second shot hits. A suggestion I would give maybe to fix that up is maybe don't have the ability fire the second the trigger is pulled. Instead, have it fire when the trigger's released, but that would feel kind of weird. So I don't know how they fix that right there. They're playing around in like strange territory right now where I don't know if anybody's ever really made a game like this where one player is controlling two characters with two thumbsticks at a separate time trying to get things done, but it does work. I guess I'll take orbiters. Orbiters sound all right. And then immunity time, more rerolls, increase the range for pickups. I'll probably go for the extra reroll because I'm indecisive and I like to fish around for things that I specifically want for my build. All right, send us into the fray. Since you guys haven't seen Sawblade, we'll go Sawblade. Sawblade does exactly what you think it's going to do. It's a bouncing blade in between our two characters, but it's very, very thin in diameter. Let me see if I can damage this thing a little bit right here, just to get it ready. I didn't like the Sawblade the last time I played with it, but the Sawblade is the first weapon you have when you first start playing the game, and I was still getting used to the controls then, and so it's possible that now I won't mind it so much because I'm much more comfortable with the controls at this point. We can get slows on our Sawblade. We can get tactical protection so that we can push a left or a right trigger in order to save ourselves from damage. Or we can get orbiters. Yeah, let's get orbiters. I want to see how they put a twist on orbiters. Oh, we both get the orbiters. Okay. And there's only one of them, though, but I'm guessing the upgrades are going to give us more orbiters. All right. Well, let's start sawblading some bugs down real fast. And then, yeah, upgrade to 4 orbiters. That's exactly what I would like to have. 4 orbiters sounds fantastic. I don't know how fast they spawn or anything, but I guess we'll find out. Nice, dude. We got orbiters all over the place now. Yeah, walk through my field of death. Oh, you can trap... I just noticed something. You can trap the sawblade behind one of the pieces of collision right there, and it goes boing, 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 boing. You might be able to use that to kind of like pinball your way into a lot of damage. I'm going to go with sawblade damage because it hits a lot harder than some of the other stuff we've been playing around with. And it hitting harder is probably going to scale well with a flat multiplicative conversion. There we go. Let's grab that. We do seem to be killing mobs pretty quickly. Okay, maybe I got the wrong idea about the sawblades because I sucked at the game and then I blamed the game for me sucking. Alright, looks good. Keep them sawblades flying. Alright, good stuff. Got it covered. And let's work on this a little bit. Just so I can break it open when I need it easily. Alright, that's good enough. I do like how the sawblade bounces faster and slower depending on how close your two characters are together. Let's get more orbiters damage, I guess. Alright, there's another one down right there. I do like how it very clearly tells you how many orbs you have to pick up to get your next upgrade too. Not only have they concatenated, or I guess segmented off the XP bar at the bottom of the screen, they've also made a pop-up that tells you whenever it's time. I'm not like in a good position right now for killing. There we go. That'll be better. Let's go with 20% damage to everything. Alright, we're all squared away right there. Get close for this guy. Perfect. Definitely a stimulating little game. I like the twist. It's going to depend what other mechanics they can get on in here. I'm not quite sure it's enough yet to distinguish itself in a very, very, very overpopulated field of games. But it is engaging, and it does make your brain work. Like, there's no getting around that. Is like controlling two characters with two sticks while monitoring them both with your eyes and like trying to keep an eye on things. Like, it's definitely something. Let's get some grenades that we throw out. Yeah, dude, grenades will be nice. So now I'm throwing out little yellow heavenly grenades all over the place that hopefully will catch a kill every now and again. Oh, no, dude, did I break open my healing thing? I don't need it yet. I don't want to break open my healing thing just yet. I'm not ready. He's not ready. Don't do it. All right, so let's carry on back over here. What consistently impresses me here, though, is just how well the camera works. This could not have been an easy game to figure out the camera for. Like, what do you focus on? There's a lot of theory crafting going in right there that I guess you would draw just from, like, duo multiplayer games where they have both players on screen, sort of like Gauntlet Legends or whatever. Bleed would be good. I'll take Bleed. I don't really want to pick that up yet, but I don't know if it's going to despawn. It's going to despawn. Okay, so that's your punishment for popping it too early. Run some orbiters into him. See where these guys break off to, although there's no telling. Oh, these guys have armor. Okay, get back together. Get back together, an angelic smooch. Ow. We may be a little too spread out right here for the HP values on these enemies. Let's get him free. Luckily, they didn't harass right-hand guy altogether that much that entire time, so it worked out okay. I'll take Thunderbolts, too. Let's call this just put as many things on the battlefield as angelically possible. How about that? I want my blue things. Oh, my goodness. Oh, caught that one right there, too. Health is getting low. I'm pretty sure we're playing on the higher difficulty right now. Ow. Health continues to get lower. All right. They're not taking it easy on me. I'm getting too greedy trying to grab pickups. What's that snail guy do? I can have double Thunderbolt? Yeah, let's go double Thunderbolt. Well, I made it to the boss on hard mode, which is better than we did last time. I don't know if I can make it to that orb before it despawns, but there we go. Got it covered. Alright, let's take a look at this boss, see if we can chunk him on out. We do have a lot of DPS this time around, so I mean, we can't really hit him though while he's wiping out corridors, which is kind of like the downside. So aside from our lightning bolts and whatnot, this is going to be a toughie. I like how they broke out the Byzantine lyre for the old soundtrack as well. Oh yeah, I hated this phase. I'm about to get crushed by a boulder. I did not get crushed by a boulder, which honestly is kind of miraculous right there because that was kind of a tough grid. Yeah, just keep zapping him. Keep zapping the Dreadroot. Let's go. The more damage you get off, the faster you kill him. This is a DPS race now between when I screw up and when he screws up. All right, that's pretty much it. Did he just try to feint me out with his little log boulders, bro? That's filthy. And there we go, and we got ourselves another blessing. Hell yeah. Worthless stump, I will see you soon, Archons. Teleport me back to the heavenly... Yeah, take me back to heaven, bro. I want to go back to heaven. Not a bad demo, dude. Ate up about an hour for me. Part of it was learning curve, trying to figure out how to get my left finger and my right finger to function independently of one another while processing different stimuli from different sides of the screen. But I think that this is a really, really nice juxtaposition. Like, it adds something meaningful to the equation. So, in a field filled with games that are just kind of like the same thing that we've seen before with a minor twist, this game adds a major twist. And I wanted to give it props for that. So this is Archons. Check the game out down below. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for stopping on in. And that's about all I got for you. Bye, folks.